Okay, we are back. So, for assignment, there are basically two. One is ACM1, one is ACM2. But currently, in terms of here, we're not going to be discussing about ACM2 because currently this is too short and it's related to payroll simulation. Okay, what we've done is basically create position, create a bank, and then hire an employee and then run the payroll simulation just to see how much the staff is going to be getting paid. Now, this one, the one that we would like to focus on, because currently in terms of here, it covers on everything, I'm guessing including performance. But travel management is not here because currently in terms of here is just the process of, okay, now one moment, I'm going to show you again the slide. This one here, just to make sure we are clear, because currently not all processes is being shown there, because currently I'm guessing there is recruitment, there is no time management, there is personnel development, there is no talent management, there is performance management, there is no travel management, there is nothing on payroll, there is nothing on personnel control. So just to make sure we are clear here, these are the process, but this is basically the process of starting to create a position for the staff, and then until we are giving an appraisal towards that staff. Okay, now we're going to have a look at here. The reason why this is not being done in terms of role play, because currently I'm guessing you're going to be familiar in terms of HR process later or not. Now, if you see here, this is the process. Start with create position, create career, define requirements, hire employee, display organizational plan, post job advertisement, applicant master data, prepare for hiring, proof of hiring, qualification profile, execute career planning, create an event, book an event, follow up on the event, execute career planning again, prepare appraisal, perform appraisal, transfer of employee. But the thing is, even though everything that you see here is being done inside the system for one, or maybe not one, basically let's say for example, in less than 2 hours period of time, but everything that you see here will be done in the range of 5 years or less, depends if you are required to basically move on the ladder from one position to another position in a shorter period of time, then the training itself that you must go will be done quickly. Okay, so now let's have a look at step 1. Hopefully most of you have already done this or not. If you've done this, then you're going to be familiar with some of the terms that I'm going to be using inside this explanation. So we start with step 1, that is creating position. Okay, now creating position is the first step of HR. This is where you basically, okay, if you notice here, I'm not starting with create department. This is not creating a department. The department is already there. What was the department name? Security. It's just that inside that department, there is no whatsoever position is being defined. So in here, the step 1, we will be creating position. What is creating position? Inside this process, we created three different positions. The highest will be Chief Security Manager, and then we have Security Manager, and the lowest, this is the one that is Security Guard. So 3 different positions. That is what we done in terms of step 1. We inserted some of the different information, qualifications, salary, those kind of things. And then we move on to step 2, create career. Create career is basically after you already work as a security guard, what will happen next? So create career, we define the interconnection between those 3 different positions. From the security guard, he can be promoted to become the security manager. From the security manager, going to be promoted as chief security manager. Now, after we create career, we need to define step 3, the requirements. What are the requirements needed so that the person can move up on this ladder from security guard to from security guard to security manager to chief security manager. If you familiar, or basically if you remember, one of the requirements for moving up from security guard to security manager, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong through the chat, is it first aid training, if I'm not mistaken, first aid. uh I'm not sure it's CPR. I'm guessing it's first aid or something, but it's related to first aid. Okay, define requirements to move. Okay, this is quite a simple definition of requirements for moving from one position to another position. It could be that simple or it could be complex depending on what department and what position. Okay, so from here, basically for the security guard to go to security manager, we define that step 3, define requirements. The security guard must go for a first aid training before he can be promoted to become the security manager. Okay. It's not training, it's certified. Sorry, certified. Go for training, but didn't get any certification, maybe that doesn't count. So certified from that training, then can move up from security guard to security manager. That is step 3. Now, step 4, we are basically, because currently, if you notice, we created 3 positions. Newly created position, no one is holding on this position yet. So basically step 4, what happens here, we're going to be hire employee and then put it in the position of chief security manager. So we have one person inside that department. Okay, so display organizational plan. This is what we're going to basically just see 3 different positions and how is it being structured. At the top, chief security manager, and then you have the middle, security manager, and then you have the bottom, security guard. Okay, we already assigned someone in step 4 to become the, you may call it as head of department for security, chief security manager. Okay, at least there is already someone working at that department, rather than that department is an existing department. There are 3 existing position, but basically there is no one there. So why having a security department if there is no one there? So we already assigned in step 4 someone to become a chief security manager. Assign means that this person is not being interviewed, is someone already working with GBI. It's just that we just move them from one department to the security department, assigning the position of chief security manager. Okay, so what we do next is basically we need to hire someone for the security guard position. So step 6, we're going to start posting job advertisement. So basically in terms of here, we're going to insert some important details. What is the job, what is the job scope, when does the ad is being relevant, when it started being posted to the world. Okay, because job advertisement, you need to understand there is a start date and then there is the expiry date. Why? Because if that position is already being filled, then the job is no longer needed, so the advertisement can be closed. Okay, so after step 6, what happens here is basically that someone noticed there is this newly created position. Okay, they don't know whether is it new or not, but they know there is this vacancy as a security guard. So someone posted, let's say for example, posted their resume to GBI. GBI where? Dallas, San Diego, Miami? Dallas, HR in Dallas. Okay, so they send their resume to HR department of GBI. What happens here is basically the staff in human resource will enter the applicant data, so that data can be used again in the future. So basically, when someone send you when you open another vacancy and then there is a lot of resume and then you notice that you don't remember, but then when you want to insert the master data, you just insert the name of the person or maybe just their social security number. The system will already detect this person is already inside the system. So you don't need to insert the data again. You just, maybe you don't need to insert the initial info, but you may insert some of the new info that is different from the first ever resume that they sent to the newest resume that they sent for different positions, basically. Okay. So after enter applicant master data, this is where the groundwork happens. Call for interview, go to the next step of the interview. Maybe there is this writing test or something, for example, and then after you already identify which person is going to be hired for that job position, move to step 8. Okay. Moves to step 8, preparing for hiring. Step 9, you confirm to hire that person. And then step 10, you prove, basically you confirm, basically you just want to close the job of hiring that person. Okay. And then you start maintaining the information for that person as a new employee for GBR. Step 11, you maintain their qualification. Why do you maintain this qualification? This is going to be related to appraisal and performance management, because currently, if you notice at the end, the person who is hired as the security guard will be promoted to become the security manager. Okay, so from here we're going to see step 11, what are the qualification of the newly hired staff. Okay, so from there you can start executing the career planning. You already know when the staff is already when the staff already became the security guard for GBI, he can basically move up to become the security manager, and then from there can also move up to become the chief security manager. That is a common dream when people start working. When I'm going to start working, okay, I'm going to get paid very good. On the second day of working, okay, I'm going to basically promote myself. Not promote yourself. Not promote yourself. Yeah, basically, I'm going to get the promotion to become the next team leader. Okay, after you become the team leader, okay, I'm going to basically go for manager, head of department, CEO, CIO, something. Those are basically, okay, newly working people are quite, what's the correct term? Ambitious. Because currently, in terms of when you are starting working there, okay, I'm going to go and do, basically, I'm going to basically do my best. I'm going to get new positions. I'm going to get more responsibility. I'm going to go to more important meetings. Young peoples. Okay. Dulu pun macam tu juga. But then suddenly, I don't want those positions. I don't want to become a man. I don't want to become the part of management team. It's pening kepala. Tak apa. It's your life. Currently, for my life, I'm quite happy with where I am. Okay, don't become like me. Okay, and then you execute the career planning. You're going to see from this position to the next position to the more higher position. Okay. So let's say, for example, okay, we are talking about step 13. After this, after the person already worked for 5 years as a security guard, it's about time for him to move up the ladder to become the security manager. Okay, but to become a security manager, you need to be certified for first aid, or let's say, for example, here is first aid certified something. I don't remember. Let me have a look. Mana? I'm guessing it's at step 18. Appraisal. Is it appraisal? Timely flexiness. No. Is it appraisal? Okay, here. Oh, sorry. GIA Security Leadership. That is the certification that is a need to become the security manager. But then in terms of here, from step 1 until step 12, the person who is being hired as the security guard is not certified with the GIA leadership, GIAC security leadership. Tak ada. So basically, for him to basically move up from security guard to security manager, he needs to get certified. How? By attending a training. At the end of the training, there is an exam. Pass the exam, and then you will be certified. Okay. So find which training that the staff will need to go, and then the human resource will execute step 13, create the event. Okay, there is this GIAC security leadership training next month. Okay, we're going to create the event, and then you need to book the event. Book basically, it doesn't involve the system. The system is only being used for recording. HR staff will call the people from the training company to basically book a slot for the security guard so he can go for training, and then if the booking is confirmed, then do step 14. Okay, it's confirmed. Next month on the 14th of May, there is available slot for that training. Okay, so step 14 already reached, let's say for example, it's already on the date 14th of May. Did I say May or March? Okay, we stick with the date 14th of May. The 14th of May, the date of the training, the security guard go for the training, and then from there answer everything, get the certification, and then come back, and then the HR staff will do step 15. Step 15 is the confirmation, is that okay, this staff already passed the exam, he is certified. Okay, so from here we're going to see whether the staff, okay, you already inserted the information that is related, he is certified. So basically when you check again on step 16, step 12, step 16, and step 12, just now I'm going to open this again. Step 16, I'm also going to open this. Okay, have a look at step 12, execute career planning. If you see here, okay, GIAC Security Leadership Certification does not exist. After they go for training, the HR staff updated. So, yes, he is certified. So, what happens here? Preparing for appraisal. Sorry. Yes, he is certified, so we can process him to become the next security manager. How? Through the process of appraisal. So you need to prepare for appraisal. Prepare for appraisal just to find someone. Okay, how does an appraisal is being done? Ada someone, so let's say security guard is going to be promoted as a security manager. There is going to be, let's say for example, 2 people going to be assessing this security guard. Not just, okay, yes, just now got the certification, but that doesn't mean that the staff can be promoted from security guard to security manager. No. Currently what happens here is that I'm going to open this part here. If you look at here, these are some of the things that is needed to be evaluated on their, if you see here, it's not just on attitude, but there is timeliness. Is the guy late? Is the guy early? Is the guy just 8 o'clock check-in? Okay. Flexibility, not in terms of body, but in terms of decision making or something, I'm guessing. Interpersonal skills and also fitness. Okay, security guard, you also need fitness. Okay, you need to have those kind of traits to become a security guard. So after you already know who is going to be evaluating, step 17, and then step 18, you're going to be evaluating. Okay, if everything is okay, everything is checked out, timeliness is okay, flexibility is okay, interpersonal skill is okay, fitness is okay, and then the staff can be transferred to his new position as the security manager for that. Quick question. I didn't notice. Boleh komen kat dalam chat. This position here, security, not positions, this department, security, for which plant? I didn't notice this. Okay, that is my final question. Basically, that is also already reached the end of the explanation for basically HCM1 that is hiring. Okay, siapa kat sini ada jawapan kat soalan saya tadi, please ensure you comment it inside the chat ataupun boleh jawab, because currently if you notice here, I'm going to show this here. Okay, now if you notice here, there is no security department. Here there is no security. So please check for me the position that we created, Chief Security Manager, and Security Guard for which plant. Kalau ikutkan ada dah dekat dalam sini. It's either you found it or not. Tengok sikit. Currently, kalau ikutkan pun, jom tengok sikit. I'm going to browse down, quick browsing just to see where is the location, code ID, security guard, security manager, security guard. Maybe I need to access to this system. Maybe it's not being mentioned here. First aid certification. Yes. I'm guessing it's here. I'm guessing it's for Dallas. I'm guessing. This is me just guessing. I'm not sure whether this is true or not. But currently in terms of here, I'm seeing DL00. But if I just do a quick search, MI00, none. SD00, none. DL00, yes. So currently I'm guessing this process, or basically this position, is for Dallas. Okay. So I'm guessing that's all for today. It's already 11:30, not that long in terms of the class. Okay. Before we end the class, is there any question? Okay, I'm guessing there's none. Ni yang saya tak suka pasal kelas online ni. Saya rasa macam saya cakap seorang-seorang depan komputer je. Saya tak pasti yang dekat belah sana tu dengar tak dengar. Saya nampak respon pun waktu dekat dalam in-call message. Okay, so I'm guessing that's all. I'm going to stop recording.